one. It's Wednesday again, Wednesday edition again. I am Scott Leisure. Okay. It was a soggy day here in the Mile High City, a soggy evening. Now it's burning off. It's pleasant. It's a pleasant day here in the Mile High City. I am Scott Leisure once again. This is Wednesday edition, every Wednesday at 5 p.m. YouTube, Instagram. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. And scottleisure.com. So I think this week I decided, I've made the decision. This is officially a blogcast. Why? Because I'm the only one that has one. Blogcast. I'm sure somebody won't like that. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard, a blogcast. All right. So this is going to be 20 minutes of some of the ugliness in the world, along with some inspiration. All right. All through the lenses of a Gen X Denver native who regularly preaches, doing your own research, forming your own opinions, and besides, speaking out is important. It lowers the perceived risk of those who are still silent and have something to say. Your words that you use and your courage matter. Every voice is a key to unlocking another. So the more you speak up, speak out, the more others will. Are you following? All right. The captain did turn on the fasten seatbelts sign. So the most important thing, though, that we preach, the consensus of all of us on the blogcast, is using cash as much as possible. Because in 2 days, what, people? Look, it's Cash Friday. Get your cash, get ready. You know what? Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your cash. I want you to support a food truck this weekend. Go buy some food at a food truck. There is no better example of a small business thriving and needing every little penny than a food truck. All right. Find a good food truck, go support them, taco truck, whatever. Okay. Do it for me, please. All right. They want to stop penny production. So when you find a penny, what do? If it's heads up, it's good luck. You can take it, right? If it's tails up, or I guess it's the Lincoln Memorial up, well, I flip it over and put it back to a heads, and some kid will find it, or some, get all jazzed out, and that'll be their day, right? Good stuff. Where are we at? Your penny, and if they stop making the pennies, it's still going to be worth a penny. You're not going to be like, hoard all the pennies. They're going to be worth like 8 cents in like 10 years. All right, people, we've got a full moon coming up on the 12th. The flower moon. I like that. So the 2025 flower moon, it seems like a lot of these, it's celebrating growth, embracing change, shedding old patterns, things like that, new beginnings. You get a new beginning every day, though, if you really think about it. But embrace it. If that's what grasps you to start something new, do it, man. The best thing you can do is create some self-love out of it. Going back to last week, find something that you love. Take this full moon on the 12th and start that thing, right? Something you have a passion for. Chase that thing, people. That's right. That is some serious self-love. Do it for you, man. No matter what anyone else, blah, blah, no matter what anyone else says or thinks. Besides, haters they're really your fans. They're just in denial, So block them out. Block out the haters. Move on with what you got to do, Um, make them your motivators, right? I'm going to start loving my haters. I love my haters. So hate on if you want. But we're doing this, right? We're doing this. Take the high road, people. Keep things in perspective. Go back to the 4 agreements. Don't take things personally. Remember, if you're consistent with something, there's like a 99% chance that you will continue to grow and you'll continue to get better at it. Approval rating this week at 129. We'd still like to see it get higher. But what I say last week, the blogcast will only grow as the blogcast is meant to grow, right? Okay. Give me a second here. Hey, am I the only one out here doing the May challenge? Does anyone want to join the May challenge with me? Bueller. The May challenge. I'm on it. We're already at the 7th. Okay. The May challenge. I may or I may not give a fuck. All right, we've got visuals. Oh boy, do we got visuals. First visual on the board today. Why isn't that going? There we go. All right. Tren de Aragua. All right. Everybody clear. This is Tren de Aragua. All right. This is Trans de Agua. All right. One more time. Tren de Aragua. Trans de Agua. Okay. Visuals. We like visuals. Oh boy, we have not brought this guy in a while. Here's what we're gonna do. Bear with me. He's way at the bottom because I haven't used him. There we go. That's Joe Biden. Joe Biden. If you didn't know, Joe Biden, my friend Joe Biden, I met him. I met Joe Biden and Hunter Biden. No, we didn't do any cocaine. Joe Biden and Jill Biden, China, Ukraine. They're going to be on The View tomorrow. All right, Jill and Joe. Don't miss it. I learned more about The View in reading up for this 2-minute bit than I ever thought I would ever know. Joy Behar. All right, this might be, yeah. Has anybody been following Karen Read? So the Karen Read timeline. If you're not up to speed, Karen Read and was going out with this cop out in Massachusetts. They went to a couple bars one night. They ended up at another cop's house. And between the time that they arrived at the house and the next morning, the cop ended up dead in a blizzard in an eclipse. All right. That's the crib notes. On to the next topic. No. Shortly after midnight, they drove to this other cop's house for an after party. Multiple witnesses seeing a dark SUV outside the house between 12:15 and 12:45, but they say that nobody went in the house. Now, her defense, Karen's defense, Karen, is that there was a the cops took him into the house and they beat him up. That's her defense. There's 11 witnesses that say that he never entered the house. There's pig DNA from dog treats. There's 40 pieces of a broken taillight. They're saying she hit him. The taillight wasn't there. It's there now. It's just, it's your typical Dateline. It's your typical Dateline. It's an interesting follow. So she's already been tried once. There was a mistrial. Because, guess what? Oh, I guess we could get rid of Joe Biden, can't we? Let's do that. Where am I at? Bye, Joe. Sorry, people. Apologies. I am my own producer doing this, remember. Yeah. So there was a mistrial because they botched the investigation. Typical. All right. Where are we at? 40 pieces of broken taillight. Now, I'm going to say this. There's probably a better chance that there would have been no taillight, no pig's ears, no dead body if they would have maybe enjoyed their evening in moderation. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. You might remember a couple of weeks ago, J.D. Vance. Remember a couple of weeks ago, he killed the Pope? Well, the Vatican is having a deficit crisis. They have about $7 billion in assets, but they're having a crisis. It's been facing a budget deficit for years, with the deficit growing in recent years because of Francis, I think. A lot of it was under him. The Vatican's financial challenges are compounded by factors like the pension fund. COVID hit them hard. Just interesting stuff, people. My notes are all screwed up here. Sorry. Yeah. So look that up. Check out the Vatican. Check out the crisis going on there. I started making holy water, by the way, at my house. Yeah. Do you know how you make holy water? Just boil the hell out of it. That's right. Yeah, we didn't really go too dark on our topics this week, did we? Besides the murder. The last topic, though, hopefully, as we try to do here on the blogcast, set your mind in motion, help you relax. So going into the weekend, you're refreshed, So think about this. Take it with you. Message me if you need notes or crib notes. I'll send them to you. Things that can drain your energy and things that can give you energy. So things that can take energy, focusing on the past, inconsistent sleep, mess, clutter, social media, except for the blogcast, dehydration, junk food, alcohol, screen time. They put screen time and social media on this list. It's like, okay. Now, things that can give you energy, though, nature, resting, sunlight, gratitude, hydration, eating whole food, real food, learning something new, all these things we talk about. Getting back to that John O'Keefe, the cop, this mentioning alcohol and draining my energy just made me think of this. I bet prior to that evening, there was more than one drunken argument between Karen and the cop. Just saying. People, take these items, Google them, read up on things, make your own opinions. Don't be afraid to think differently, Believe with your heart. Here, Google these things. Google the Vatican deficit. Google flower moon, Karen Reed, and penny production. That's a good one. Yeah. Check out what's going on with that. Remember, though, you're not immune to propaganda, people. In the next week, I want you to grow your own thoughts, do some reading. Remember, eat to feed your body, not to feed your emotions. Food, people, is medicine. It's an energy giver. Energy. Besides, when you feel thirsty, you're already dehydrated, right? Drink that water. They said it right there, dehydration, energy drainer. And while you're out this week, don't get trafficked, please. Don't smoke meth. Don't smoke crack. And if you're thinking about it, don't smoke any PCP either, all right? Cook at home, man. Get some good ingredients. Go down to Sprouts. Ask them questions if you need to ask them questions. Use cash this week, people. Turn your music up. Cash. Turn your music up. Unless it's like Eagles. Then don't turn it up, please. Please turn it down. Turn it off. Until next week. Thank you. Be liking, be sharing, subscribe. Godspeed. Luego.